What's good? Can I come in here? Let me come on in. What's up, guys? It is me, your girl, Just Kiki 87. I know it has been a long ass time since any of you seen me on here, since I've uploaded a video, all of that. It has actually been 3 months. It's about to be 4 months, I think, next week, since I've uploaded anything. I haven't even been in the community section. Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Obviously, it's my hair. Yeah, I cut my hair back in, I think, after my birthday, which my birthday is February 4th. I think it was after that. That is a story in itself, and I think I probably will make a whole nother video about that. Actually, I don't know if you guys hear like a humming sound. I do have my fan on because it's hot up in here. We are in my shishi room. Y'all know it's my bathroom, but you know, you know what I be doing. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the fan off because I feel like it's probably gonna be distracting. So let's see if it make a difference. I'm guessing. But yeah, anyway, so the main part, there's two things that has happened to me that is literally, let's be honest, fucked me up. Okay, so life been life. I'm not gonna hold y'all, like, this is the longest I've been like gone. And usually if I'm gone from here, I give y'all a heads up or I pop back in, but it's never been this long. But be honest with you, I'm only doing this video because I hate it when YouTubers do it. They just haul ass and be gone for years sometime and then pop back up like some shit didn't go down. Like, I need to know, sis, I'm invested. But no, seriously, I wasn't going to do anything, to be honest with you. I don't know when I'm actually coming all the way back. But anyways, life has been life in me, and it's been life in me so hard that it has caused so much to go on in my heart and in my mind. Okay, so and this video is going to be kind of sort of long almost, and I will be blowing down in here because a girl got to go over some details. Talking about it is going to help me, so in order for that, it got to go down. I'm sorry, y'all know what it is. I usually do that over on my cannabis related channel, which is Kiki Smokes. That is KIKISMOKES. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to that channel as well. But I'm getting nervous about to talk about this, so I keep doing this. I can't, honey, I can't. But let's talk about it first. And I got my phone because I want to go over the dates. The first thing. So you guys remember when I was in my cousin's wedding last year? That was a whole year ago. At the wedding, I never talked about it with you guys at all. But at the wedding, my mom, who never raised me, anyway, she came to the wedding. She was there as a guest, and she told me that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, keep in mind that was April 1st of 2022 when she told me that. That was last year. It's been a whole year. And by the time she told me that, she was already going through chemotherapy. She already lost all of her hair. She didn't have any eyebrows. Some of her nails was, you know, a little discolored a little bit. And her weight had dropped a lot. So I'm like, damn, first of all, I know I'm finding out well after the fact. Okay, now, again, that was April 1st, 2022. Correction, that's April 2nd, 2022. That's the correct date, not the 1st, the 2nd. So that's when she told me that, literally at the reception. So, and keep in mind, I was a bridesmaid, so I was like, it threw me off, but I had to keep a straight face. Fast forward to September of 2022. I'm gonna just address her by her name because I've always grown up feeling super uncomfortable calling her mom. It just, it's, I can't explain it. It just, I've never felt comfortable saying that. And it's has nothing to do with being disrespectful. It's just how I grew up. That's a long story. But anyway, fast forward to September of 2022. Some drama had went down with my sister and Angie, which is my mom, so I'm gonna address her by her name, which is Angie. And the drama was so bad that she basically got booted out the house. So she came to stay with me in September for like a month. Now keep in mind she was still going to chemotherapy, and some days she would get sick and some days she'd be completely fine. She's never stayed with me. This was actually the first time she got to see me raise my kids, how I operate, because you know I'm a mom of 5, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was the first time she got to see me interact with my kids. First time she ever really spent time with my kids, period. So she got to see that and she was enjoying it. She was able to celebrate 3 birthdays. My oldest, which is Juju, my daughter Lamaya, and you know, the babe, his birthday, because all of their birthdays are in September. So she's able to celebrate that. And towards her getting to my house, which was literally the beginning of September, like probably the 1st or the 2nd, one of those days, she was fine. She was able to move around. She was doing pretty damn good. And from the beginning of the month to when she left my house, in the middle of the month, like right after the last person's birthday, which is my son's birthday, Juju, he's technically the last birthday in September. Like a little bit after that, she started to deteriorate. And I would get on the phone, talk to my cousin, and she's like my sister, so literally more of my sister than a lot. So I was talking to her on the phone, and I was like, oh no, you know, just talking to her about family issues and just talking. And I was like, I don't know, something ain't right. This is too much, because she would get up, Angie would get up screaming so loud in the middle of the night. You can literally hear the pain in her voice. It wasn't just it was a shearing, like scare you out of your sleep, and it woke my kids up, and they would run to my room and get me. And I'd be like, what's going on, what? You know? And so I would go in there and she would be crying, rocking back and forth. Because at the time, you know, we have a big family, so all the rooms were full. But I set up my den to where she's comfortable and it's privacy. And she was just rolling on the floor, and she had her little like potty thing, you know, that the elderly used to go do their business. She would roll around and just rolling on the floor in pain, and I didn't know what to do. So she would be crying and screaming. So we took her to the hospital. And when we took her, she disappeared for like a week. Didn't say shit, wasn't letting me know nothing. See, the issue with my family, I don't know about y'all, but the issue with my family is communication. Nobody says shit because nobody wants to be talked about. And I can't stand that. But anyway, she disappeared. So I called her on like the 4th day, and I was like, yo, you know, what's going on? And I had to call another person, my brother's baby mama. I had to call her, like, yo, you heard from them? Like, what's going on? She's like, I barely know myself. So I called, finally they pick up. And, you know, and I was like, you know, what's going on? So they just, you know, just was talking, and they ended up coming like a few days later. And then as she came back, like that, the first time she was screaming in pain throughout the night, the 2 days before that happened, actually, I noticed that she would start, basically, honestly, she started to deteriorate because she started to look more like sick. And I was like, damn, like, you know, nobody ever talks about what it really does to a person when they have cancer. So I'm like, you know, what's going on? Like, so maybe a couple of days later, she's back at the house with me. Like, maybe, I want to say maybe like, she was home for like a few days, like maybe a week, maybe that. But she did it again. This is the second time she did it. She woke up screaming my name this time. So I get up, I go in there, I'm like, what's wrong, what's wrong? And she's crying again, like holding her back. She was in shearing pain. I was like, well, I'll take her to the hospital. So, me, the babe, and keep in mind, her partner, her lifelong partner, they've been together like 40 years. He's not my dad. My dad passed when I was 2. So we got up and we took her to the hospital. And she wanted to go to another hospital, but we took her to the one that knows all about her cancer. She's an actual patient there. So we took her there. And again, I didn't hear nothing from them from days. And this time, I ain't gonna lie, I got a noise like, what the fuck? Fill me in, let me know if he's straight. I heard nothing. So again, I called around trying to figure out what's going on. And finally got in contact with her. And at this point, it was, I got a little irritated. Because I'm like, you just, we drop you off to the hospital. You don't call and say nothing for like a week. I don't know what's going on. Or you hurt, like, what's up? So I'm talking to her and same thing. So they ended up coming back. Like, they were at the hospital again. So technically they were there 2 weeks, but just separate, if that makes sense. So anyway, she came back. And then when they came back this time, they was like, they're going to move out. So they moved out. Like literally in like maybe the 30th, I think, of September. So yeah, so they moved. Now let's fast forward to March. Fast forward from September to March. Okay, March. Now this is the part where I gotta wrap my blood on this one. So while we fast forward until March, right? This whole time, I'm talking to, my good girls, my sis, and I'm telling her, like, yo, something ain't right. It's just not feel right. Like, when she was here with me, living with me, when Angie was living with me, I could tell she was deteriorating. I feel like something up. Now, this is days before I got this phone call. So, fast forward to March again, and it was a Sunday. I get a call from my brother. I look down at the phone, my oldest brother. I look down at the phone, like, he never calls me, which is, he called me every, man, I want to tell you, it's very rare. So when he calls, I immediately think something's up. So I say, what's up, bro? Just saying what's up. And, okay, so let me tell you, hold on, guys, I'm sorry, hold on, let me pause. Okay, I'm back, guys, I'm sorry. So what was I saying? So it was in March. It was a Sunday, and I got a phone call from my brother. I was like, I literally looked at, I was laying in the bed, and it was for the bed, and the kids went to church. So I was like, and I picked it up, like, what's up, bro? So he said, have you heard? I heard what? When somebody, you call me, if y'all ever call me, and you tell me, have you heard? I'm going to immediately think some bad shit. I would immediately think somebody passed. Like, don't do that to me. Like, I don't like that type of shit. Damn, me, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he said, have you heard about Angie? I was like, what happened? So I sit up in the bed like, I'm like, oh no, he can hit me with some tea I don't want. So he tells me, they say she got 3 months to live. I said, what? 3 months to live? What you talking about? He told me, yeah. And he named the person who told him, which I'm not even gonna give her the light. But anyway, he said such and such told me. I was like, what? So we stayed on the phone for like another 10 minutes. I just couldn't believe it. And I kept saying, what? You serious? And he was like, yeah. So I immediately text Angie like, hey, matter of fact, I still have that text. Let me go back because I want to, talking about this is helping me. So it's just, I've been keeping it all kinds of bottled up. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get some straightening done. But anyways, so like I was saying, I got the text here actually, and here's the actual date. It was excuse me. It was March 26th on a Sunday, like I said. I text her, it was at 10:29 a.m. I said, hey, call me whenever you can. Because at this point, it's the word spreading like all around that she got 3 months to live. I was like, nah. So I, hold on, let me find this next person. So I, okay, hold on, okay, so I text my sister. Now, this is my blood sister. I text her, I say, her name, I just wanted to know if it's true about Angie. I text her that at 11:35 a.m. She texts back, yes, I'm not even going to go on and on with that because that was... Anyway, so I ended up putting my detective hat on, that I could have Google it up and called the number, got her on them, and I was out of there. And as you guys know, excuse me if you don't know, I don't drive yet, but best believe I'll get to where I need to go, which I am going for my license in like another month. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I get up there to the hospital, which it's the hospital that I go to all the time because my primary physician is inside the hospital. So I know where everything's at. So I get there, I get up to her room, and I argue. I went up there with a little bit of the shits in the sense of I was fussing like, is this true? And she said yes. And when I saw her, keep in mind, she's at my house, she had a little bit of weight on her, but I can still tell that she lost weight. But when I saw her in March, she was down to maybe 100. I could literally see her knee bone, her arm bones, I saw bones that you don't normally see on a human being, like, who had some weight on them. And I could definitely tell in her face that this shit is true. So, of course, she said yes. So I started fussing with her. And I was like, why the fuck would you not? I got mad. Like, just looking back, I probably shouldn't have got that mad. But I got mad because I'm like, why would you not say anything? Like, why would you not tell anybody that you got 3 fucking months to live? It's bad enough you told me you had breast cancer at a goddamn wedding, which I know you've known for quite some time because it's just... Anyway. I see a March 26th to be exact, the date. She says, yes, it's true, I got 3 months to live. And the shit just hit different. And like I said, to understand how I feel towards Angie, why I don't call her mom or give her that title, you have to know my whole fucking life story. It involves so much. If I wrote a book on how I grew up, all type of things that happened to me, I'm pretty sure it'll blow y'all fucking mind on a whole nother dimensional level. Like, I'm being serious. But anyway, so I was mad, I was fussing, and we got to talk. She said, I understand where you come from. And I remember her saying she just don't want nobody in her business. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, this is the time to come together. And she's like, she didn't want to tell my kids, which is her grandkids. Now, that part I was still tight about. I ain't like it, but I guess in a way I kind of understood a little bit. But then again, I really didn't. But anyway, I know this video is like dumb long already. I don't know if you guys are actually going to watch it all the way through. But if you're at this part right now, I'm nowhere near done. This is going to be a long video. And I really appreciate you sitting down, listening to me run my mouth, get my feelings out because this is helping me. But anyways, keep in mind that is March. I'll pull out my phone to look at, the dates and stuff. So that was March 26th. So I came home, talked to the baby about it, and he kind of sort of felt the same way I did, but didn't really know what to say because it's crazy. So, that's March 26th. Let's, hold on. March 26th. So fast forward to May. That's a month, almost two. That's almost 2 months. Keep in mind they gave her 3 months to live. I found that out, and she found that out in March. So, fast forward to May. May the 18th, I think. Or maybe May the 17th. Either way, no, actually, yeah, it was May the 17th. I get a call, and it's one of them calls. And honestly, no, I didn't get a call. I got a fucking text. Let me find that. You know what? Nope. I'm not even gonna read that text because that make me feel this type of way, and that ain't what I'm trying to feel. So I get a text, and that text basically kind of to sum it up, it's like, get up here quick. Shit going left. So again, I get up to the hospital. I get in the room, and Jesus. I get up to the room, and when I open the door, I go in and see her. It's bad. It's real bad. On the way to the hospital, I text my cousin, which she isn't. We grew up together, literally shared clothes, shared bed, shared everything. So she is literally my sister. Let's just call her Sister E without putting her whole name out there. And my blood sister, let's call her Sister B. So as I'm on the way to the hospital, back up a little bit, as I'm on the way to the hospital, I'm texting Sister E. You know, such and such is here and is looking left. She ain't looking good. So I'm there. So she's en route just like me. Okay. back in the point. So I get to the hospital and I see her. And at this point, she can't talk. She can't move. Hold up. At this point, she can't talk and she can't move. And she can barely open her eyes. And then I was, I knew on the way going that it's bad and she may not be coming back home. Like, this ain't no go home, or you better go home. This was the point, because I was also informed as I was en route that it's hospice, the hospice place in the hospital. That is a part where people go literally pass on and comfort. And shouts out to St. Vincent's Riverside in Jacksonville, Florida. You dropped a big one with this. But anyway, I get up there. So at this point, I already know she's gonna pass. So when she heard me come in and heard us talking, they said she was, at this point, she's out. I don't want to say coma because that's not the right word, but it's damn near one. She could still hear us, so we were talking to her, holding her hand, touching her. and then Sister E showed up, so we all was there together, and she just opened up her arms like this, as much as she could move. She opened up her arms enough for me to dip in and hug her. So that shocked everybody. She did it to me and Sister B. And we just all sitting there like completely shocked that she even able to do that. So fast forward to the next day. Actually, let me go back because so she opened her. Hold on, let me get this date right. That was the 18th. So as I'm getting ready to leave, I caught a ride with Sister E. As I'm getting ready to leave, we both leaving. We get out into the hallway, and just something The whole time I was there, something was telling me you need to let it go. Tell her, just tell her. So I told sis, hold on. So I go back into the room and I stare at her for a few seconds, and her lifelong partner, who she been with like 40 years, 40 plus years, say you want me to step out. I'm like, no, you good. So I had on the hat, so I flipped my hat around and I bent down. Was rubbing her hand, and I bent down lower to whisper in her ear. I actually got to tell her, I forgive you. I may not understand, but I forgive you. You were young, you did what you did. I forgive you. Go on. You don't have to stay here. You can go. Go with Robert and go be with Mama. Now, you guys know I lost my brother in 2019. So basically, I was telling her, go home, go with Robert, and go with Mama. Mama is her mom who raised me from birth until, So, as I'm saying that to her, of course, my freaking eyes watering up. I got to tell her that I forgive her, and I really, really this time let go. Because I was holding on to hurt from 36 years ago. A lifelong hurt until that day I let it go. For reasons that is, I don't know, it's just hard to explain. But I basically whispered her in the ear, was talking to her. So, I left, and the next day we came back to see her, and we came to keep her with her longer. Of course, I had to make calls to everyone. I had a job that no other should have. So, I got to see her that day, and for some reason that day, we got to just go around. Me and Sister E was riding around together, and we went to go see another one of my family members who is going through something super tough. So we went to see her. We hadn't seen her in at least 4 or 5 months. So that day just felt like family. We felt like we was moving in unison, right? We haven't done that in probably, oh God, I can't even say it. But, we came back and, because we went and picked up my niece, and we came back and was kicking her with her. Actually, no, we never left. We stayed there for a while. This is on day 2. And we, hold on. Basically, we was kicking with her for like an hour. That was on the, that was still the 18th because, no, actually, I'm sorry. I got my dates. My dates are a little off. I gotta push it back 2 days actually. It was the 17th when we got up there and she opened her arms. And when we came back on the 18th, we was there with my niece and we stayed for a while. I even got to see my granddaddy that day, who I have not seen ever. He's going through his battle. But it just felt like, it felt good. As we were there, the conversation came up, it's stages of what's going to happen. My sister E, she's a nurse, a whole nurse, and she works with hospice, like basic. Anyway, she was explaining what's going to happen. And we told them, me and Sister E told them, if this stage start, when she start, breathing hard and look like she's fighting it, call us. I stayed actually 7, maybe 10 minutes away. Actually, not even a full 10. If I'm putting the pedal to the metal, then then it's probably like 9 or 10 minutes. It'll be 8, but it's not that far. Like literally not that far. So we said just call us if anything changes, which mainly that breathing. Let us know. So that was on the 18th. We stayed up there too. It was crazy dark. So fast forward to at exactly 5:30 a.m. May 19th, 2023. Angie, my mom, took her last breath. She passed on, and I I was feeling shit that I had never really felt, that I'm still confused about. I was feeling all kinds of ways, anger, pissed, let down. Like I was mad, man. So I get up there and Sister E, she stays 1 hour, one whole fucking hour away from the hospital, and which is 1 hour away from my house. She stays away, so I got up there at least about 5:40, 5:45-ish. I get up there super quick, and you are able to sit with your family when they pass on in the hospitals, in a hospice before they start, the process. So, hold on, that's on here. Um, so, we get up there and I see Angie's partner downstairs in the main part of the hospital. He's literally sitting in the corner, like it's bad. So I'll go up and I walk in the room. At this point, I'm on my own, I'm by myself, and I'm walking, I'm looking there. And the first thing that came out my mouth, I bent down, I say, "You couldn't wait for me, girl." I was smiling like, "You couldn't wait," because my family, we can be sarcastic. We can handle each other's tongues. We just got a mouth. And what we say in a joking manner, it be serious, but we just joke a lot in hard moments. Okay. But anyway, the first thing I said to her was, "You couldn't wait for me, girl." And I just remember rubbing her hand. I just couldn't believe it. So eventually, Sister E, she made it to the hospital. And when I tell you, she can drive. Oh, I can't explain it. Sis can drive. She got there. It didn't even take her an hour. Don't ask me how, but she can do it. She gets up there with her husband. And we all up there. We stayed up there for my sister B. She had left. And I know it was a lot for her, but she had left. So she left, so I ended up staying at least, like, she left, I got there about 5:40, 5:45, and she left at probably like 6:30. No, like about 6:30. And by that time, all of us was in this room together. Sister B, and Sister E and her husband were all there and just rubbing a hand. And then one of my brother's baby mamas came up there with, her grandchild, but we didn't let him in because, so she ended up staying in the hallway most of the time. So I had to make the call to, so you can stay up there with your loved one for like, I think 6 hours before they, before the body do what it do. So we talked about memories. We just had a really good and deep conversation. So I had to try to, I did my best to inform everybody. I tried. And y'all don't understand that. So I had to make the call, let the nurse and the doctor know to, call the funeral home to come and pick her body up. So I stayed all the way until they arrived, and when they arrived, me and Sister E was standing in the doorway and we watched that guy wrap her body. I wish I could remember that funeral home name, but they treated her like the queen. They treated her like a queen. Treated her with so much respect. She had a blanket that she was wrapped up in, like a really nice quilted quilt. And at St. Vincent's, I know they still do it. It's a group of people that come there and hand make those quilts. You know what I'm saying? And they give it to, mainly babies, but, the hospice part too. He had enough respect when he, took it off her and, was wrapping her. And when he was done, when he was done and he covered her face, I cried. Because we knew she was getting cremated. But it just, the blood's open, you hear me? So, he placed the blanket across her body. I mean, I wish I remember their name. But, yeah, so at this point, I watched that, and as he rolled her body out, I walked all the same way with him until he walked and disappeared down the hall. I stood there and then, we left. And I've been dealing, hold on, sorry guys. I've been dealing with that, and like it hasn't been a funeral yet, and it's a lot. That, like I said, that happened on May 19th, 2023. So if you do the math, she didn't even get to survive her whole 3 months that they gave her. At first, a lot of people, even she felt like this, like nobody can play God. Back in March, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but back in March, we went back to March when I went up there to see if, it's true, if she really got 3 months to live. We were talking and she said that nobody can play God. She'll go when God ready for her. Meaning no doctor could sit up there and tell her she got 3 months. She was definitely upset about it. Who wouldn't be? But anyway, so she also said something that sticks with me today. It's comfort. She told me that she wasn't scared. She wanted to go be with her mom and she wanted to go be with her son. That I can say, and she said that several times, that I can say that woman was not scared. But fast forward back to, the day of her passing. That previous day, it just looked like she was fighting. Like she was holding on, waiting for something. Ain't no telling if it was my words, telling her I forgive her, or feeling like, because some family members showed up on the 18th. She passed on the 19th. But some family members, like uncle did, one of my uncles did, it just felt wholesome. Family, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so back to the 19th when she passed, I felt like all that day I just kept feeling like she was holding on because her fingers would twitch, and at this point she couldn't move, she couldn't get out of the bed, couldn't do anything, couldn't talk, and like her vision was like gone, like all you could see a little bit, like some of her eye, but mainly the white part. But anyway, I just feel like she was fighting because when I tell you, she may not have been, to me, the best mother ever, but I'm going to give her this, fix her crown on this one. She was a bad motherfucker. And what I mean by that, she worked her ass off. You know what I'm saying? As far as in being tough and just, she worked her ass off in the sense of, when she want to do something, she gonna do it. You feel me? And she was a fucking go-getter by all means. I get that from her. Her and my brother, like, that's part of her. And I felt like she went into it, like she would walk miles and miles. But as she, slipping away, I felt like she went into it with the same mentality, staying strong, like not take me out. That's the type of woman she was. But I just feel like I still have mixed feelings. Like I haven't fully grieved. I don't think I accept it because I was there. And it's crazy because I lost my brother back in 2019. I know I'm all over the place, but I lost my brother in 2019, and that feeling that I had that night was terrible. And because nobody expected it. And then fast forward to Andy, it's like, it was two different feelings, but both feelings were super heavy and unexplainable. It was a heavy, all I can think of is just heavy. But anyway, so that happened, and I'm trying to find my calendar. So that happened, right? And again, that happened May the 19th September. We are in July now. So yeah, anyway, fast forward to June. It has literally been like 2 days after this date that I'm about to talk about. Would have been a month that she was gone. So technically she was only 3.5 weeks, passed on. So that's the end of, one of the, losing Angie, my mom. The second thing that is still bothering me super bad is, well, let me pause there. If you've been rocking with me for a while, then you know I am an avid animal lover. I love dogs. I grew up with one. My very first dog was a German Shepherd. His name was Bingo. I love dogs. And if you've been rocking with my channel, you knew that. And you know that I have my dog, Rocco. Let me show you my baby actually. Let me show you. Oh, because he's on my main screen of my phone. Then you know my baby right here. My baby. You see him. Then you know he was a rescue dog. I had my baby for 6 years. My baby, you see him? My baby for 6 long, beautiful, wonderful years. I had my baby. For some time, as you know, while I was grieving, going through it, I guess grieving, I don't know what word it is. But when I was going through it about Angie, I did start to notice that Rocco, which is his name, if you don't know, Rocco, you know, I started noticing that he was losing hair. Like, you can see my baby skin. Like he started to lose weight, so you really could see his ribs. I'm like, what the? Now keep in mind, like a couple of months earlier in the year, I had to take him up to the vet because he had an abscess on his leg, and it first it was gross. But that was like months and months ago, December, January, somewhere in that area. But I just started to notice he was different. It was okay after the whole abscess thing, but like I started noticing his hair was falling out in clumps, and he was a snoop-doodle, schnauzer. He's mixed with schnauzer and a poodle. Smash it together. That was my baby right there with his black silk. So anyway, hold on, I gotta get back to that picture. Anyways, you can see some schnauzer, you can definitely see some poodle. So you see how luxurious my baby Curls is. You see him. You see him. He started to lose that beautiful hair. And I was paying for my boy to go to a groomer. Like, he would go to her house and get groomed. So I noticed when my baby losing hair. So he started losing hair and weight. And then he started to, like, actually pee in the house. Quick side note. I've been working in the animal field, mainly dogs. My experience is about I'm coming up on my 10th year anniversary. This is how long, so I know how to train. I'm not the best, but I know the damn good basics and beyond a little bit. So I trained him to go to my back door and kind of give it a little bump, a little scratch. Not really, he tear something up and let me know. Or the main one that Rocco loved to do was bark twice. Like right by my door, or he'll do it from his crate, he was even 100% crate trained. But I never locked it unless I was leaving the house for more than an hour. He had free range. He could roam where he wanted in the house. You hear me? Okay, so I had my baby for 6 years, and I can count on one hand. I kid you not, I swear not. I can count on one hand how many times in those 6 years that I had my baby Rocco, how many times he went in the house. He rarely did. He probably did that 3 or 4 times, and one of them is counting the time his first night here. So yeah, so at this point he started to do it in the house like more than 3 times out of the week. So I'm like, damn, Rocco, what the fuck wrong with you? And yes, I did talk to him like that because he was one of my kids. So technically, I had 6. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck is wrong? What is you doing? Like, you doing the moves? I was getting so upset to the point. I was like, man, hey, you keep it up. We gonna get you another dog up in here because you're tripping. Let's me talk shit to him. And so when he went through that, I'm like, damn, that's not. It's literally, really not like my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's not like him. So once I started noticing that, I'm like, Lord. So one day I was outside and I was looking, just looking at him again. But at this point, I'm constantly staring like I know something's up. I couldn't put my finger to it. So one day I was outside taking him to potty. And it was on one of the days where he went in the house again. So I'm looking at him and I noticed that his thing was looking weird. So I called my son's godfather, who is my best friend, best male and only friend, best male, only male fan. Oh, y'all know what I mean, friend. But anyways, I'm talking about everything with dogs. He has just as much as love, and he has his own kennel, by the way. Which you guys, I will leave the name of his kennel in the description box. But anyways, I'm talking to him, and I video called him, and I showed him. He was like, ooh. And the first question he asked me was, how old is he? I said, well, he's a rescue dog. I never really knew his age then, but they did say he got up there in age. So, and I couldn't remember. So, but I know he was in dog years. He was in his 50s. So he's old as hell. But I told him the age, and he was like, has he been going in the house? I was like, yeah. The next thing he said, which I didn't want to, he said, I know you ain't want to hear it, but your boy, he going to cross that Rainbow Bridge. And if you don't know the meaning of the Rainbow Bridge, or one of the reasons is when your pet passes on, mainly dog animals actually. But I was like, oh man, I said, you know what? I don't know, like I had that feeling, and what's funny? But I had that feeling, so a month goes by, and keep in mind at that time I'm still trying to process, losing Angie. But at that time, it was just it didn't slip my mind all the way, but I had a lot to deal with. So okay, so that was a month ago when my best friend told me that. So fast forward to June. Fast forward to June 11th, 2023. 3 weeks after I just lost Angie, I lose my baby. I lose my baby Rocco. I lose him. And for some reason, that night, because we had so much going on with the house, a freaking branch came in through our bedroom roof, like came all the way in, did not, just busted in. So I was like, I ain't sleeping in that room. I was spooked because I didn't want another one to fall on me. So I slept in the den that night, and that's where where Rocco slept at. So so for some reason I just stayed there, and that morning, I was staring at him all night anyway. So that morning, at about like 8, 9ish, I was looking at him, staring. I was like, and I told the baby that night, I was like, something's wrong with Rocco. And he was like, what you think? True, he thought I was being dramatic. Because I was a little dramatic about my baby. I'm just saying, my baby. So I was like, no. And this is the first time I ever said this to him. I was like, he gonna pass. He's like, nah, you tripping. So he walk off. And that morning, I stayed with him all night. I literally slept up there with him. And I was on the couch, and that morning, I'm sorry, about 8 or 9ish. And I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the place, and this video long as fuck, but I gotta get it off my chest. Who knows if I'll ever really upload this? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm sitting up on the couch. I woke up at this point, and I was staring at him, and I saw him kick his legs like this, like that, front legs and his back legs, and I seen his rib, his side go. So he stopped kicking, and I saw his ribs go and go back down, and when it went down, I know for a fact he stopped breathing because he no longer breathed. So I have to say, and I like to say that I literally did, painful as it is, it even is to freaking say, I literally watched my baby, Rocco Jeans to be exact. I watched my baby take his last breath. I had to start first I called my best friend, and I told her, and he was helping me trying to find some pet cemeteries. And guys, do y'all know they make bags too? Like, that's ridiculous what they charge. But then again, no, it's not. Because, yeah. But anyways, I ended up laying him where he loves to be. That's all I can say. That's all I probably should say on that part. But my baby went with me right there with him, literally. He went at home, which is what I know for a fact he would have rather had done. So yeah, so that's the last thing I've been dealing with. Not the very last thing, because I'm still going through shit now as we speak. Well, yeah, man. Oh, I know. Y'all, we're almost at an hour. I've never made an hour fucking video in my life. Out of the 10 years I've been doing this. Damn, it's been 10, but yeah. I just been going through life. And back to my haircut real quick. Yeah, I cut this after my birthday in February. I've gotten the first person that did it. No, I said I was gonna make a video about that. Yeah, but anyways, I do have a favorite barber here now, but I'm not even going back to my favorite barber, my only barber. Not going back because I am back now in the process of growing my hair out. I'm ready for my braids, and y'all know your girl gonna keep the braids because I do it myself. But y'all know. But I don't want to tell you guys it's gonna be a certain date that I'm coming back because I'm still processing. I'm still trying to understand. Like, I'm still trying to understand shit. It happened, but I'm still processing. That's a better word for it, and it really does sum it up. But I'm still processing. But my shell is starting to crack just a little bit while I'm coming out and doing things and going outside and just enjoying. And one of the things I enjoy is making these videos for y'all. Y'all know I don't get paid that dime. I just be up around the mouth, and y'all fuck with it. But yeah. I don't want to give you guys a date because I don't know. Maybe you get one next week. Maybe another month. Who knows? All I know is I'm coming back. I ain't going nowhere. You heard me? So follow my cannabis YouTube. That is Kiki Smokes. KIKISMOKES. I haven't uploaded a video over there either. And that's my new baby right there that I started that channel in January 1st of 2023, so I need to be over there working too. But I do, when I was going through all of this and still going through, I was way more active on that Instagram again, which is Kiki Smokes. I go live there. I post dope reels, take great pictures. I'm more active on it. You are probably 98% of the time. If you're not weird, you'll get a response from me. And I ain't talking about just in the comments like I DM you back. So if you ever try to hit me up, then go there. But yes, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go because I can't believe I've been here almost an hour, running my mouth, damn near crying, smoking everything. Y'all do it for me, every last one of you. And I still run, check the channel, like just looking. And I have seen all these, some of you are new. Thank you guys for coming. I know I've been gone. I do feel a little teeny bit bad. But y'all understand. I know you do. But what's up to all you new subscribers? If you want to get to know me more, check out all my videos. Girl and guys, have you a day or months of your girl Kiki. Because you're going to see the growth from when I first started my first video all the way to this one right here. Go back. You know what I'm saying? We good over here. We ain't a huge channel, but we a good channel. You hear me? But yes, I'm about to let y'all guys know. Go, and I'll catch you in my next one. Yeah.